Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for checking the video out today. We have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and cover today. So before we get into these topics, do me a favor, if you do end up enjoying the video or finding it informative, be sure to leave it a like. It really does help the videos out a lot. And if you are new here to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. The first topic is a bit of an update on Spider-Man 2. I think we can all agree that Spider-Man 2 is one of the most highly anticipated games coming to the PS5 and coming from PlayStation's Insomniac in 2023, and fans are always eager to hear more about this game. So this is reading from PlayStation Universe, where it says Marvel Spider-Man 2 developer Insomniac Games has hired a concept artist who worked on the Marvel Cinematic Universe to assist on the upcoming superhero sequel. Davison Carvalho joined on back in February 2022 as art director on Marvel Spider-Man 2, having previously worked on Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, and Captain Marvel as a freelance concept artist. On his role in Doctor Strange, he commented, "I helped on early stages with the development of look and feel art and environment concept art for the film, worked for third-party companies, and teamed up with other amazing concept artists as well." Now, I think a lot of fans who are excited for Spider-Man 2 see this as a really good pickup by Insomniac Games, because if there's one thing that I think we can all agree on when it comes to the Marvel movies is they do a great job with the art direction. That's what gives each movie, each film, and each character their own distinct look and feel, visually speaking. And it's just as important for video games. We talk about the importance of art direction all the time, and because Spider-Man 2 is a sequel, there are going to be some changes made to the overall art direction, likely subtle ones, but ones that could have a big impact nonetheless. This is normal. We see this with every sequel, and the idea is we want to see an improvement in the overall art direction. When you think about Spider-Man 2018, they did a great job, and I think one of the things that people really appreciated about it is it just kind of had a more realistic look and feel to it than maybe past Spider-Man games, and I think people really did appreciate that, and I suspect they're going to kind of maybe go even further in that direction with Spider-Man 2. We should remember that they made it clear Spider-Man 2 is going to be a bit darker than what we experienced in Spider-Man 2018, so with that will likely come some changes in art direction. So I'm excited for this. I figured I would just update you guys and let you know. And I'm going to be interested to see what you have to say about this. I hope we get some, new gameplay or trailers or pretty much anything for Spider-Man 2 in the coming months. This is a game that I think, as I said, people really are looking forward to an update on. We're going to move on to the next topic, though, which talks about an upcoming state of play, potentially as soon as next week. So if we head over to Twitter, we have the credible insider and leaker Tom Henderson. He says here, evidence of a state of play next week. He points out here, Gran Turismo producer says an update will be available for the game next week, but we're not really going to count that because we all kind of know that that's not really something that's necessarily going to be saved for a state of play per se. But he goes on to say, Jason Schreier says God of War Ragnarok release date later this month. We did talk about that. For those who may have missed it, Jason Schreier says that internally, Sony has the release date set for God of War Ragnarok for November, and they are planning to reveal this release date at the end of this month. And Tom also references what he said about the PlayStation 5 Pro controller and how there are other pieces of hardware that he knows about that Sony is planning to reveal. So he follows this tweet up by saying Sony never gives out state of play dates and is very secretive with the events. So like always, it's putting pieces of the puzzle together to see when/if there'll be such an event. I'll publish the hardware stuff this week if I get the all clear. So I also wanted to mention that as well. He is seemingly sitting on some information about this other hardware besides the PS5 Pro controller, and he's going to be revealing, as long as he gets the clear, what this is later this week. It could be PSVR 2, it could be a type of headset, it could be something we just weren't expecting. But I just wanted to briefly mention this because it does seem like, as of right now, Sony is set to do something potentially significant at the end of this month or within the last week of this month. If I had to guess what I think it is, I think it's going to be a dedicated state of play for God of War. I feel like that makes the most sense. I have seen some people hoping that it's going to be a showcase. I mean, anything is possible, but I would say a showcase at this point in time is more likely for September. I just feel like that's probably our best bet for something that big at this point. But, you know, you do also have to kind of wonder, with Tom Henderson having this information about a PS5 Pro controller as well as new hardware announcements, he seems to be alluding to the idea that he doesn't know when the PS5 Pro controller is expected to be announced, but he is saying that he has an idea of when this other hardware is supposed to be announced, which, again, is pointing towards the end of this month. Maybe we're going to get our first custom console from Sony, a God of War themed PS5. Just something maybe worth thinking about there. I mean, if Sony is doing a dedicated state of play for God of War and they're doing a custom PS5 like that, seems like the right place to kind of announce something like that. So we'll see. I'll be sure to update you guys when Tom lets us know what's going on there. But the final piece of news I want to let you guys know about in this shorter video is that the Uncharted movie is going to be joining Netflix on July 15th. It's going to be making its streaming debut in North America. And for those who are maybe unaware, the Uncharted movie was a massive success for Sony, making it over $400 million worldwide at the box office. And there's clear evidence that they're going to be making multiple Uncharted movies. And you guys know, I've said it before, but for those who may have missed it, I did see this movie, and it was actually better than I expected. It felt like it was exactly what it needed to be. I didn't really have many issues with it. It was just a, you know, fun action-adventure movie, and it was Uncharted. So, yeah, it does make me interested to see, you know, whether or not the other projects that Sony's pursuing, like the Horizon TV show, the God of War TV show, the Gran Turismo movie, The Last of Us HBO, if these are going to be as successful or potentially even more successful than Uncharted. But there you go. If you have yet to see it and you're subscribed to Netflix, you'll be able to watch it on July 15th. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Leave it a like if you did. Leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.